What I think is really interesting about that though, Amy, and what really attracts me to your Instagram page and just your journey in general is that you do that, what you just said, which is don't be afraid of trying, but you're also very vulnerable.
Mm.
Like you often talk about insecurities and things that scare you and things you're worried about. And like I read some of your blog posts, some about dating as an example. And I think those are things that really resonate with people and encourage them to try new things. Is this just how you're wired? Like you just do you feel the need to share those things to help others, or do you just do it like I do that to get it out of myself? Or are you
Yeah.
doing it like why are you doing it?
I think it's a combo. I think one, I've always couple things. One, I'm always really careful. Like I have a very small group of people that are like my people. And if I'm still processing something, I go to them and then they'll be like, you're being an idiot or great, you're doing great, I'm great, whatever. So like when I say stuff on the internet, it's like, I'm not putting out vulnerable. Yes, it's vulnerable. It's real, but it's however people react to this, I'm okay with it because I'm like settled and where I'm at. So it's I'm not getting I'm trying not to. Of course, I'm not perfect, but I'm like, I'm trying not to ever post something in order to get a specific reaction from someone to like gratification or validation, anything like that. So I think it's a little bit easier because I'm like, oh, I'm posting my real thoughts and you can take it or leave it. But like, it is what it is. That's how it is. But also, I think it's been so wonderful for me to realize like, I think 95% of the world's problems are like we all come up with stories in our head about each other and then live like the reality and they're not. And it's like we look at everyone else and are like, hey, like they're mean or they're XYZ or they always have their shit together. And it's just not true. Like we all experience the same emotions, whether we like each other or not. And I think the more that we can all be on that same page, the better. So I mean, honestly, like when I was going to the games, I was really frustrated because obviously, like now being more in the sport, I understand it way more, like coming from a more professional standpoint. But it's like everyone's posts are just like these videos of them looking jacked and being like, so pumped. And no one's scared. No one's going to say
Right.
a word about being fucking nervous. Like
Mhm.
I had to mute everything because I was like, I was so intimidated. I was like, none of these people are scared. And then I met them all and they're like, we're terrified.
Oh,
And I was like,
terrified. All of them.
I'm like,
24/7.
why do you say that? Like, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
you can still compete against each other and be honest. It's not going to change who you are as an athlete. Just be real. And
Yeah.
again, like now
Yep.
being into it, I do understand because you're not trying to show like certain weaknesses. I get it, but I'm like, heck, I don't care. I'll just it's encouraging for me to hear when someone else is feels the same emotions that I do.
Yeah, for
I
Because,
sure.
oh,
I
we're
heard
all figuring it out together.